Okay, I'm going to go over this page 52 through 57, not 52 to 61. Anyway, so using the book, I went through 3 different uh, titles they use. So using strings, concatenation, and returning the length of a string. So I want to try to explain this. And I got somebody talking in the background. So we'll just run it first. So using strings, we've already talked about this, but we'll go into it. Basically, this is saying that we're putting words together. Remember, that's the ampersand. We'll go into that. And then if I type in something in here, I say hello, but I'll type my name. It says that I have 6 characters. So again, these are building blocks that as we go further and further and further, you can fall back and use and understand why these things are happening. You can't just start building a car unless you know how to put a tire on, for instance. Anyway, so we'll just click these. Well, first I'll do what I usually do. I'll put a button, dragged it over, called it using strings in the text. And the code name is button strings, which you'll see when the code is up. We'll drag a button. We needed a concatenation. The design name on the code is button concatenation. Then we dragged a text box. Text box. Oh, it says hello right now, but it would usually be, let me, where am I? Anyway, it shouldn't say hello. So let me see if I can clear that. Let me run this. I'm going to get rid of this. The reason it says hello is because I put text in there during runtime. I want to back up. Close it. Not sure why it's there. Enter. Not sure why that got hung up in there. And the design name of the code is text strings. So we'll just go through these one at a time. Well, first I'd like to go up here and get in the habit of this. So we got a form, got 3 buttons. This is one of the reasons we name them, so we know where they are, what they are. And we got text strings. So we got a text box, a button, a button, a button, and a form. Let's just work our way down. So button strings, I just explained what it is. A string is a sequence of characters, and you use double quotes to mark its beginning and end. You've seen how to use strings to display the results of simple programs on the screen. Strings are commonly used for exactly this function, telling the user what happened and what needs to happen next. Another common use is storing pieces of text for later use in hologram. We'll go into that later. So again, basically whenever you see these quotes, it's a string, or as a term for that, I can't think of it, just a literal string. And then show. So the variable, we got the variable hello world, and this goes to the top of the box. The next is the concatenation button. Concatenation means is linking things together in a chain or series to join them. So the operator in this that's the concatenation. That's the ampersand. So if you have two strings that you join together one after the other, you say that they are concatenated. You can think of a concatenation as addition for strings. So you see these three variables. Hello, second one. So this is saying we're adding this and this here, and we're putting this with a comma to bring it up at the top of the box, the top of the message box. Again, this is saying show the message box the variables. That's what it's really saying. Okay, the button length, how it works. The first thing you do is to declare a variable declare a variable to contain string data. Then you extract the text from the text box and store it in the string variable called string results. So what does that mean? Okay, we're declaring a variable value as string. String results equals string text. What this is saying right here is that what we put in the text box is it's gonna grab it out of the text box when we click the button. And here's the so we got string results, got length. So if you read it, it says gets the number of characters in the current string object as a string, and then we got the concatenation, the ampersand, which basically means add this or add this characters. I don't know if I said that correctly, but what's important here is that when we click the text box, you notice the name of the text box is text strings. So what it's saying is this variable equals this when we type in. So it's really easy to screw this up. So if I, for instance, leave out a letter, all of a sudden I'm getting an error. And if you click the error, let's see if we can get any what they're trying or Microsoft's trying to help us. It says rename. I think what it's trying to say is, I think it's saying it backwards. But anyway, the point is that they have to match. So I guess what it's saying here is I have text string here and it wants to change that. So, and then dot text change. So let me go back, fix it. And the reason I'm showing that is because I've done this a lot of times. You get one little letter wrong, and sometimes these code boxes are not always lined up in order. They kind of line up by the way you open them. So if this is way up, let me close this. If this box is way up here, you can't see that it's wrong, and you're going, what the heck is wrong? And it looks almost the same. So I'm going to drag this over. I did this a long time ago. I found it. So again, I'm going to explain this. I have this cat door, and the cat keeps scratching at it. I guess because it's raining outside. So I kind of made this. Let's see if we can follow this. We're going to declare the variable. 2, we're going to extract it. Then you extract the text from the text box and store it in the string variable called string results. So declare, extract, convert, and get, then to string, or call to string. Again, it's kind of complicated. So I'd say try it a few times. So, but you notice the event up here is text change now, which is interesting. Let's just click and see what we got, see what's here. Text changed. So go back down here. Let's see if we click out of the box. So this in this box is a text change event. This box is a click event, or this block of code, or this sub procedure. Because you notice that each one of these is a start sub, end sub. Private sub, end sub. So click event, click event. Now up to the form. We click the form. This is the initialize component. I guess that means that, I don't know what that means exactly. I think it means that that's what's on right now. So we'll go through this one more time. Close this. I'm just reading this. Restart visual. I have the text bigger because I'm getting old. I don't want to get it to 100. It's too small. So put text in here. Oops, run. Here's another thing to watch. So HELLO space T. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space is 6, 7 is the T. I should say 6, 7. I mean 7. Just going to drag this picture over here one more time. If you go over this enough and play with it enough, it'll make sense. Declare, extract, convert as length, and then, or number, get, then to string. Go over this. You just keep going over this in your head. Drag this out of here. Let's go back to the code one more time. Let's click this and see what box shows up on the top. That's on the bottom. Okay, that's because of the, I can't explain this, but when you first click on these boxes, they get out of order sometimes. So let's just look at what kind of order they are in. We've got the form with the concatenation button. Below it, if you can see it pictured in your head, we've got the button length to the right on the bottom of the form. And we've got the text string on the left. So again, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to change this. I'm going to get rid of it. You notice there's a box here. Let's click it. It gets confusing. Handles clause required a with events variable defined in the containing type. Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, what it really means is we know because I showed you. Let's see this. Let's click this. Click to event. It's not really doing anything. So IntelliSense is great, but when you do these little mistakes, it can really screw you up. So that's it. Remember, these are all sub procedure. Sub procedure 1, 2, and let's see if we can change this. It should say 57. Enter. 52 to 57. Okay. If we click this, we could change that. Yeah, just plain right here. Just get familiar. There's a whole bunch of things in the background that are running that we don't have to touch. Anyway, that's it, I think. Is there anything else? So I'm going to call this video Using Strings, Concatenation, and Returning the Length of a String. I guess it should be 2 character numbers. That's it.